Keep it going. Hello! Yeah! I'm going to tell some jokes now. That's what I do. That's what I do. Okay, this is the third time I've done this. First time I did it was about 2 years ago, and I left out a crucial little thing to add to my bit, and that is human emotion. It wasn't real. What it was just, it was me trying too hard, and it was a bad venue. I'll get into that later. It was rough, but I decided to do myself and you, beautiful people, a service. And that service is to be real. I'm going to speak from the heart. So, just a little fun fact about me. My name is Kevin Wright. I'm 5'6", 220 pounds. I have hair like a goddess. And one little fun fact about me is I hate old people. With a passion. We'll throw that in there. Now, it sounds unfair. I mean, how can you hate an old person? But I mean, it's like hating public transportation when you've had one bad experience. Say maybe you're on the bus and the fat guy next to you decided to throw up in his own lap and not pay attention to your own needs. Your needs to not be next to a fat guy who pooped in his lap. You will never ride the bus again. That's how I feel about old people. You have one bad experience sometimes, and it stays with you for the rest of your life. And the person who contributed to this is my great-grandma. Yeah. That sounds weird, but no. There's just some things old people do that just really get under my skin, but none more than her. I don't care if you're 140. There's just, I don't know, like just little things. It's little things, like for instance, the way she would ask for things. Like, she would just be like, can you get me a gallon of milk? Like a weak Jedi that's losing the battle. No, Senator Palpatine, I'm not. There is no way I'm falling for any more of your Jedi tricks. I am not taking you to any more dialysis appointments. I was out there for an hour. It should not take an hour. You're like 140. You've got to have no blood left. I can do dialysis for you. Jam a needle in your arm, let the blood spew out into a Dixie cup, force you to drink it, bam, dialysis. Now, that doesn't sound, I don't know if that's medically accurate, that's how it is. It's how it was done at every hospital I've been to, so. But there's just, I mean, I had to live with her for a little bit. That was rough. I had to live with her. And one thing that really bugged me that I wish I could have changed was how thin the walls were. I feel like everybody's mind just went dirty. I'm not a dirty comic, my friends. I'm a fucked up one. No, the reason why the thin walls bugged the shit out of me was you could hear everything, and it'd be like 3 in the morning, and I could just hear faintly, "Come and knock on our door. They'll be waiting for you. And it's about hers and his, three's company too." Fuck! It's 3 in the morning! Go to bed or die! Too much to deal with. Old people are cute. No, they're not. No, the weird thing about hate is it comes and goes in weird patterns. And I can say that the time that changed everything was the day she died. And it was a weird day. It just kind of happened the way it does with old people. And I woke up the next morning and my mom was like, "Did you hear what happened? Great Grandma Agnes died." And I was like, wow, I'm taking it worse than I thought I was going to. When I get upset, obviously I like comfort food. I like comfort food. I like to eat. So when I heard the news, it was just hard to deal with. So what I did is I went downstairs and I went into the fridge and I was going to get this sandwich that I made. It was delicious. Diced tomatoes, Dijon mustard, turkey, lettuce. Amazing. Sounds simple. It's amazing. I loved it. And I opened the fridge and I opened it up and it just hit me like all at once. The night she died, she ate my sandwich. You have 3 hours to go. You can't even get hungry in 3 hours. I had my name on it. I know it has Kevin's name on it, but I didn't eat it because I'm a cute old grandma. Fuck you. Be practical. You have no time left. And you know what bugs me the most? Out of absolutely everything is I could just picture her going up to heaven. She's walking on the clouds. These golden gates are opening, and this beam of light comes in, and great grandma's walking up to it, and out comes God, and God is like, "Hello! I prepared a sandwich just for you. It's made from Twinkies and chicken strips. Prepared by me, God." And then my grandma goes, "No, I just ate." Real dick move, Grandma. I like food. Now, give me a second here to recollect myself. Now, there's a few things that I just can't stand and I'm afraid of, and one of those things is getting older. It terrifies me. It really does. I'm not old, per se. Kinda. I'm 28. Yeah. I just heard an "oh geez." No. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh my God, he looks like he's 60. Is that David Crosby? You get older and it sucks because shit goes fast and your childhood when you're young and you're a kid, everything's cool and it's so frivolous. And I mean, you'd be so content just waking up and doing whatever. And then it's like, oh, great, good day. Because nothing bad happened. When you get older, your priorities change and your interests change, your sense of humor changes, your everything changes. I'd say past 50, maybe. Then you start to die inside. And it just becomes this weird circus of just shit to fill your time. And it's not even interesting stuff. You can't talk to old people about it when you're young. It's like, oh, what'd you do today, Grandpa? Oh, well, what I did today, me and your grandma, we painted. We painted a tree. It had apples on it. There were peaches on it yesterday, but we thought we'd mix it up. That's great, Grandpa. That's great. Yeah, and then this morning we went out and we went to McDonald's for coffee. Just like we've done every day for the past 30 years. And then we cry ourselves to sleep. It's not something I look forward to. This is weird, I mean, things just get boring. And it's weird because it's like when somebody thinks they're really interesting, so they have all these details, and then they see this little hint of glimmer in your eye, this little slight bit of interest, and then they just keep going. They don't let you go away. I was working at Walgreens, and this guy comes in, and I hated the job, so I was very emotionless. I didn't connect with the audience. Shut up. I didn't connect with the customers at all. It was miserable. I was getting paid like $8.50 an hour. I was getting treated like shit by my boss, so I didn't really feel the need to go the extra mile and put a smile on your face. Make sure they leave in a good mood. So, I mean, when I would do it, it was rare. And then one day I did it, and I regretted it. It just so happened to be the guy that I decided to make small talk with. The small talk lasted about 40 minutes. I was like, it started off like, yeah, it's on sale. It's on sale. I can get that for you. Oh, I don't have exact change. That's okay. We have pennies here. I can use these pennies and I can make things easier on you. Oh my God, aren't pennies great? Yes, they are, sir. They're terrific. Oh man, you know, when I was a kid, pennies were just worth way more than they are now. You don't say. Yeah, they made them so, there's so many more. Now people just throw them in the garbage. Like, what's up with that? I'm like, that's interesting. You keep going and it's just like, it becomes this thing, and then I don't care because there's nobody there. There's nobody in line. But a line does form. So what do? I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to get this guy I put a sticker on his receipt and I'm like, hey, do the survey. Give me a good review. So I'm trying to make small talk with this guy, and he's just continuing to talk to me about pennies while people are coming. So it really just is more like this. This is how I'm like ringing up. It's just like he's standing over here. These people are just continuously coming. And I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Have a good day. Continuously. For so long. And he just keeps talking about it, and then he leaves, and I'm just like, thank God. Oh my God, that took forever. That, as long as forever is, that took twice as long as that. Just a big sigh of relief. I'm like, okay, cool. This is awesome. He's gone. And then I look down, and I'm just like, waiting for it. And then, ding. You know, this other thing I remembered about pennies. No! But you gotta, I'm stuck at that register. I can't leave. And this guy won't leave me alone. When he finally left that day, I was so paranoid he's gonna come back at some point in my life. 10 years from now, I'm gonna have a kid, and then I'm gonna be just at his birthday party, and he's going to be the clown. He's like, I remembered something else. Oh, old people. I don't know. That's one thing that, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, at some point, you're just going to become content, and then the smallest things are going to be conversation forever. And who am I? I'm not anybody great. I mean, I'm almost 30, and the only memorable thing I've done is not die. There's literally nothing. I mean, if I died now, my obituary or whatever, when the guy's, standing over your coffin giving these last respects, it's just going to be so boring. There's nothing he's going to say. It's going to be like, here lies Kevin Wright. He thought about his goals. He played a lot of video games, but he wasn't the best. JR25 Splooge was the best. That's the reality of it. I mean, I haven't done shit yet. I mean, here I am doing stand-up. That's cool. I'm happy about that, but I mean, I don't know. If I could do anything, it would be to go back in time and change shit. But I mean, I don't know if I would use that responsibly. If I could go back in time, the first thing that I would do is, just try to make a profit. I mean, I'm just being honest. What I want to do, and I've always thought about this, it would be interesting, was, I would be the time-traveling reporter of the National Enquirer. I would go back in time and get rare photos of people who are extremely important. Like, I would go back in time to when Gandhi was alive and after the whole deal was done, and he's putting on some weight, and I would get the one picture of him with a double chin. He went on a McDonald's binge in the 1800s. It was around. I go back in time and I'd get a photograph of Mother Teresa driving her car with a baby in her lap. That's a good one. I mean, I wouldn't even feel bad either. I would just go up and take a picture. Click. Money. I would go back take a picture of Morgan Freeman before he had freckles. That shit would look weird. Like a weird mannequin with no freckles. Because mannequins all have freckles. It's a fact. You're doubting me, Josh. Stop it. Okay. I don't know. I think people live a lot of their life with regrets and fear is just so stupid. It's so dumb to just let your life be controlled by fear. Just to, if you think about it, it's always there. I mean, everything you do. It's like that fat, annoying friend no one likes, named Seth. You're at a bar and you're sitting there and you're just having a good night, you're dressing nice, and there's this girl across the bar and she winks at you and you're just like, yeah, this could work. And then Seth is over here going, no. She was probably winking at somebody past you. I wouldn't embarrass myself. Shut up, Seth. That's giving me a nice grip on my, fighting fears, to give it a really stupid voice and a name and picture it as a fat person. It works, trust me. Use it. Just anything. I mean, you're going out to the lake and everybody's jumping off the cliff having a good time, and then Seth is like, yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Did you know 10% of teenage deaths are from jumping off cliffs? It's not even a real fact, Seth. fuck that guy. I think everybody's life would be so much better if they just learned to tell their fear to shut up and just do whatever the fuck they felt like. And not in like a crazy way, like, I'm gonna shoot this guy in the face, bam! No fear! But I mean, just, I don't know. I mean, think about how many times fear stopped you from doing something that could have been fun. And then you have to think about it for the next like 20 fucking years like me. It's dumb, it's stupid. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. But one of the first things I did to fight my fear was I did stand-up 2 years ago. And my friend, I don't know if you guys listen to X-Rock at all?
Yeah.
Anybody? There's a guy named Jersey Steve on there, he's a part of our troupe. And he hooked me up with my first gig, and it was soul crushing. It sounded good at the time. Jersey Steve knows what he's doing.
No.
Yeah. But he set up this gig for me, and it was at this place. It was at this place, and it wasn't. I'm not going to get too personal in the details. I won't get too personal in the details, but I will say that it was outside of Sturgis, and it's called the Elk Creek Steakhouse. I won't say anything more than that. But it was nerve-wracking because I mean, I walk in there and I'm confident, but I'm like a dumbass. I wrote all my shit that day. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. So I go in there and I'm just like, okay, looking around. I see that stage, I see the mic. Can I practice on the mic? And Jersey's like, no, don't practice on the mic. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't, thank you. Don't practice on the mic. And I'm just like, all right, you know better than me. So I was like, all right, so I go outside and I'm starting practicing my lines, and then I'm just sitting there and I'm just like walking back and forth like this, reading my notes, reading it out loud 30 fucking times, making sure I got everything right because I know my material's gold. And I'm walking back and forth, and then I hear in the corner, what are you doing? What are you doing? I look up, and in the distance on the other side of this field that I'm standing on, because I'm way away from the thing, is Jersey, and he's just like, I'm practicing my lines. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just come on, get in here. So stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it. I'm just like, you don't want me to be prepared at all, do you? This is just getting progressively worse. And then he decided to tell me that place had never hosted comedy before. So what better time to get my feet wet? What better place to do it than a place that has no humor? It's a steakhouse. They go there to eat. They don't want to hear my material, and it was bad. I'll throw that out there. I go in there and it's just, I do my shit, I do my thing, and it's like, nothing's hitting. It's all, as amateurs do, piss shit and fart jokes, and it's like, nothing's hitting and it's just gross. So every 2 minutes I gotta just hear people, you could just hear them look up from their plate and go. And I gotta finish my set. So I'm up there and I'm just like, looking down at the ground, and I think I'm talking like this, and I have no confidence. Nobody believes in me. Everybody's ignoring me, really. Nobody's looking up at me. Everybody's looking down at their steak like something, like I was scarred or something. Nobody was paying attention to me at all. And every time I would say something gross, everybody would just, they would ignore me. So it was over, and I was just like, I was heading to the bar for my pity beer. And of course, throughout all of that, nobody was paying attention, but there was one guy, who was just like, oh! That was great! Just goes on to me shaking my head, and I'm just thinking, you condescending prick. There was no way any of that was good. But he was so nice about it, and I was just like, oh, that was nice of you, thank you. But I think the worst part about it, the thing that started it off bad was I met the manager. I walked up to him, and he's this tall, like stern, cowboy guy who I don't, he's a workman. He's somebody that has never really been around comedy, from what I understand, because the way he shook my hand was, I look forward to laughing. I was like, that'll be a first for you, wouldn't it, buddy? He probably doesn't even know how to laugh. It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. But I fought through it, I fucking did it, and I did it again here, and I did it promptly 2 years later. It scarred me for life. But I don't know, if I could say anything, I want to end this on a joke, but if I could say anything, it's fear is unbelievably the dumbest thing that you can let control your life. If you want to do something, if there's something that just really grabs you, your passion, just fucking do it. There's a million reasons not to do something. And the hardest thing for people to do is just to take that first step. And I want to thank you guys for being my audience for that and for helping me grow. And thank you. And another thing about pennies.